I just know a lot of people aren't gonna like this, but here's how I would rank every single MCU movie that came out after Avengers Endgame from worst to best now that I've seen Thunderbolts. I'm not gonna hold you, at least in my opinion, we've gotten some bangers after Endgame. Haha, but we've also gotten some ass! And either way, we gotta get to the bottom of which one's on top. And I'm gonna make for damn sure you never forget, it's my list, I can't miss. Wait, hold on, my bad. I got shit on the screen. Easily and in the words of Okoye, without question. In last place is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Just an insane fumble. The ugliest looking movie, cringiest, corniest dialogue. Outside of Jonathan Majors as Kang, this movie got nothing working for it. And I mean, Paul Rudd, Paul Rudd can't do no wrong. But having your, at the time, big bad of the MCU get packed up in an Ant-Man movie is nasty work. I'm not gonna hold you. I kinda like MODOK. I liked him. At least I get to die in Avenger. But this is still the biggest piece of dog shit. And not much better, I got Thor: Love and Thunder, which is a movie that definitely had its moments, but overall, Taika Waititi went into the kitchen and burnt that bitch down. Jason Aaron probably just does this every time he watches this movie, because how you gonna introduce Gore the God Butcher, get someone like Christian Bale to play Gore the God Butcher, and just not show him Butcher God? Well, actually, we did in the beginning when he killed. Shut the fuck up. This one just went a little too over the top in the comedic department. The visuals, again, ugly, horrendous, blue screen, green screen, whatever you want to call it. The blocking, the lighting, ass. But like I said, it does have some moments. Christian Bale does kind of carry as Gore the God Butcher, even though he doesn't barely butcher gods. Some decent emotion here. But Thor, no, bro. They're just kids. From there, I gotta go with the Marvels. Again, another movie that in moments cooks because of Nia DaCosta. Like, this really had potential to be the MCU's Charlie's Angels. And it did. Like I said, there's moments where it brings something fresh and new. And I absolutely love the dynamic between our three leading ladies. They're innocent. But outside of some really cool stylized action sequences, again, not the best looking movie. Story's cookie cutter, generic villain, and just never met the potential that it had. Gotta go with Eternals next, a movie that I definitely think is overhated. I think the visuals in this one are some of the better ones in the MCU. I just think they try to do a little too much with too little time. Introducing 12 new characters, a whole bunch of new lore. I think this is a movie that probably would have worked better as a 6-episode Disney Plus series, back when they were doing the 6-episode gimmick. But this is the only movie we got Mahershala Ali's Blade in, so fuck. Next up, I gotta go with Black Widow, which I actually really enjoyed. Did it come out 5 years later than it should have? Yeah, it did, but I do love everyone they've introduced. This movie gave us Florence Pugh as Elena Belova. For that, I'm forever grateful. And like, this movie was actually tackling some very mature themes, like trafficking little girls and making them super weapons, mind controlling them, but it just didn't really stick the landing for me. And again, the visuals, the CGI, that's gonna be a common theme with these movies. Don't even get me started on Taskmaster. My bad, Antonia. But it was real. It was real to me. Next up, I got Captain America: Brave New World, which I was really hoping to love, but I only ended up slightly liking. Like, don't get it twisted. I love Sam Wilson. I love Anthony Mackie as Captain America. This never really felt like his movie. And no, I'm not just saying that because it felt like Incredible Hulk 2. I'm saying that because if you think about it, Harrison Ford's Thunderbolt Ross is the main character of that movie. He's the only one that gets an actual character arc. Sam's character arc is just a rehash of Civil War. Let me prove my super soldier friend didn't do what he did. I feel like they should have focused more on the fact that he's just a normal dude. That could have been his character arc, and then he should have been fucked up after fighting a Red Hulk. And what Bucky told him, like, you give people something to aspire to be. I don't think I could be Sam Wilson. Fuck no, that man is trained. But I think the action is pretty solid, especially the aerial fight scene on Celestial Island. And the Red Hulk fight was fire. I don't care what anyone says. Just not the best writing, generic cookie cutter plot again. Don't even get me started on what they did with the leader. And visually, one of the ugliest movies in the MCU. Next up, and I know I got Deadpool and Wolverine. I still like this movie. It makes me laugh at times, but recently rewatching it, yeah, man, it does not age well. It's really just a movie about jingling keys and making a bunch of inside jokes for the entire runtime. And yeah, for the most part, I enjoy that. That's who Deadpool's supposed to be in this universe. But it just feels like this gimmick is getting a little old. Shout out to all the returning characters, though. I love seeing all those familiar faces return. The Bye 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 opening, come on, that's iconic. Spider-Man Far From Home is actually a pretty fun movie. We ain't got a bitch in here telling you it sucks every 5 seconds. Compared to the other Spider-Man movies, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But I think for a nice little one-off Spider-Man summer vacation type movie, it works. I like Mysterio, even though they treat him more like a Tony Stark villain in this movie. And at times, it could have like a Disney Channel original movie type plot, like the whole school trip and him having his pants down. Like, no. Look at the little baby mountain goats. Fuck no. Calling his spider sense Peter Tink. Like, bro, there's just a lot of questionable decisions with this movie. But the illusion scene, the scene at the end when he locks in. And of course, Jake Gyllenhaal is Mysterio. Fire all of the drones now! From there, I got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, a movie that on paper should have never worked. It lost its lead actor due to unfortunate circumstances, rest in peace Chadwick, having to conform to a bunch of different things. But even with all those studio notes from Marvel, Ryan Coogler somehow found a way to make this shit work. Again, the visuals and CGI in this movie, on a couple of rewatches, you're like, ugh. But there's just so much reverence for what Chadwick did, and this is a nice legacy, like keeping that mantle going forward. And I love everything he did with Talokan and introducing them. And at the core, the theme is about blacks versus browns and how the white man pitches against each other. But we're stronger together because because more connects us than separates us. And also, shout out to Angela Bassett, who gives one of the best performances in any of these movies. Ha! But also, you bald-headed demon. I got Shang-Chi. This is genuinely one of the best movies in the MCU. I think it might be the best origin movie outside of the first Iron Man. I just absolutely love what Destin Daniel Cretton was able to do here. Again, he actually cooks a little bit with the blocking and lighting. Visuals at times during that third act, like the big kaiju fight does take me out of it, but like for the most part, bro, the opening fight scene, retroactively making Mandarin dope, that bus fight scene in San Francisco, come on, bro. I think this definitely has the best action choreography, not even close. The score is also incredible too. Got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and I know Multiverse of Madness. I didn't get my Tom Cruise cameo. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Sam Raimi fucking cooked. This is what a motion picture is supposed to fucking look like, at least to the best of his abilities he can cook in the MCU. Next time, Kevin, have Sam Raimi involved throughout the entire process. Fuck this script. Easily the most visually interesting movie in the MCU. It's not even close. Probably has the most sauce in the MCU too. It's just that lackluster fucking script and fuck. But it's got genuinely some of the hardest moments. I don't care what anyone says, the music fight scene's tough. When Doctor Strange dreamwalks in the corpse of his dead body and fucking pops. Oh my god. Wanda out here being a pure villain. Whew. Mommy Wanda. I might fuck around and put this number one of these days. Chill. Next, we got our newcomer to the list in Thunderbolts. Now, I've already seen it. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I'm just going to tell you that this movie has some emotional weight that we have not felt since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I genuinely care for all or most of these characters. There's a major thematic element of self-worth and purpose that hit me to my core. It made me tear up twice and basically cry on the third time. But the director here is like actually trying from a filmmaking perspective. There's actually decent lighting, decent blocking. I found the humor in this movie to be quick and witty. It's not like MCU cringy humor. I mean, there is kind of, you know, with all these movies, you're going to get some corny, cringy dialogue and jokes. But for the most part, I feel like this was quick and clever. And I just love Florence Pugh as Elena Belova. We got Bucky back to oral farming. Bob as /Sentry / The Void is incredible. And of course, we are the Thunderbolts! But as much as it pains me to say, in second place, I got Spider-Man No Way Home. Generational theater experience. Cameos that aren't jingling keys. They're not even cameos. They're key integral supporting characters. Obviously, seeing my childhood heroes on a screen team up together was fucking crazy. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland together is fucking nuts. And then obviously bringing back all of the old bit, like, bro, the hello, Peter. Oh my god, I never thought I would see Alfred Molina's Doc Ock from my favorite movie of all time back again. And then of course, Norman's on sabbatical, honey. Paying so much reverence to the fact that Green Goblin is his ultimate foe, and no one can play him better than Willem Dafoe. But with great power, there must also come great responsibility. Like, come on! Again, the movie is very ugly to look at. I'm not gonna lie, the visuals in this one do not hit. I'll give it a pass just because of COVID and having to film on sets, try to hide all the leaks. But it's not good to look at, but I don't care because I love Spider-Man. I'm a meek laser of Spider-Man, and this movie means something to me. But in first place, hands down for me personally, I gotta go with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. James Gunn fucking cooked with this movie. I love the Guardians, man. They feel like my family put up on a big screen, even though it's really just a talking raccoon and a giant tree. But the Guardians movies are what happened when Marvel says, here, James, here, director, cook. And they fucking give us a 7-course meal. James Gunn just knows character. He knows story. He knows banger soundtrack. This one packs an emotional fucking punch. Rocket's entire backstory. High Evolutionary is one of the best villains in the entire MCU. That motherfucker is really just Space Sid from Toy Story. There is no God. That's why I stepped in. That's called motherfucking ball. The No Sleep Till Brooklyn hallway fight scene. Man, what are we talking about? Adam Warlock, don't be rash. The fact that they didn't have Gamora and Star-Lord get back together and just said, I bet we were fun. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. That's why it's number one. Acknowledge it. We did it.